Good morning. I thought I would film us making Steve's perfect scrambled eggs. It's a Sunday morning. And this is a skill that even though you may know how to make scrambled eggs, for some reason, this man makes perfect, fluffy scrambled eggs.
So to get started, we're going to put the stove on at about medium. Let the pot get a little bit warm while I get the eggs ready. We've got 4 beautiful farm fresh local eggs here.
Show me how you crack them to get them not in your...
I learned right at the middle, and then I use my thumbs and pull them apart. And for some reason, I seem to be pretty good at not getting shell fragments.
And if you did, it's okay to use the tip of your finger to pull them out if it's just you and your friends or family eating them.
Or if you don't want to stick your fingers into it, you can also always use just the tip of a spoon as well. I'm just going to take a fork. Some people like to use a whisk. It took me, honestly, till I was probably in my 30s to get good at doing it with just a fork. So don't be embarrassed if it doesn't come naturally. The big thing is just to get everything really well mixed up and around. We want to try and incorporate some air into it as well. That's going to help us making them fluffy afterwards. I'm going to add just a little dash of salt. And this pepper grinder seems to be empty, so I'll use my other one.
This is where you could also add chili or any spices that you love. Sometimes I put curry or cumin. Sometimes I add basil or pesto or raw garlic.
Now at this point, I'm just going to take a little dollop of butter.
Or you can use any oil you have at home or margarine if that's all that's in the fridge. Something fatty.
I'm going to turn the heat down just for a minute to help it.
So like on a medium?
Yeah. Move it around a little bit. And then I'm going to actually pull it off just for a second so it cools while I finish up this. Now, the secret for mine is I use a combination of both a little bit of milk.
I don't know, a couple tablespoons, quarter of a cup.
Yeah,
if you're a
somewhere around
measuring kind of cook, which we are not.
And then I use the tiniest little drip of water. Literally
Like a tablespoon.
at most. Probably not even. Now I'm going to come back over to the stove. My butter's nicely melted just to coat the bottom.
Because if you leave it on too long when you're not ready, the butter will go brown. Whatever fat you're using will burn.
I want to get all of that in, and then instantly I start moving the eggs and keep them moving the whole time. My mom used to make her scrambled eggs over a double boiler, which always seemed like a lot of work to me. And you can see they're even starting to set up a little bit here, but you just want to keep them moving.
So my lazier version, if I'm in a hurry, is to use a glass or china bowl, not metal, and I make the exact same scrambled eggs, but I put them into the microwave for about 5 minutes. What's nice is that they're actually perfect, they don't burn, but you do get some liquid separation, so then I just dump that out. You can always add cut up spinach if you want to make it healthier. Pesto, mushrooms, tomatoes, salsa, hot sauce. You can add different flavors to it.
Now as they start to set up, I actually turn the temperature up a little bit. And the reason I do that is to help with a little bit of evaporation from that water and milk that we added so that you don't end up with a lot of egg water at the end of it.
Oh, the dreaded egg water. Usually by the time I put it on the plate, it starts to separate, and I kind of use a fork to hold back the eggs as I pour the egg water into the sink or in my compost, or on the dog's food, or the cat's food.
Here you can see they're setting up pretty nicely already.
So creamy. And the reason they're so yellow is we're really fortunate to have a friend whose eggs come from a free-range farm. The color of the yolk has nothing to do with the chicken's feathers. It's 100% to do with their food. So when a chicken's allowed to eat outside, running around, a mix of seeds, bugs, worms, the yolk is much richer. It has more flavor and is this yellow. We haven't added any color. You'll notice that store eggs, especially ones from Shoppers or farm eggs in the store, they tend to be lighter in color. I personally have grown used to this flavor, so if you have any access to, sometimes you'll have farmers markets, some health food stores, not to be all bougie, but if you do have a chance to spend that extra dollar on fancier eggs, they are more ethical and they have a lot more food value. Some farms were famous for feeding yellow marigold petals of a flower to their chickens to make them look like this.
And there we go.
So beautiful. I'm just gonna get a plate and we're gonna hold. So we've turned off the oven. We 100% use a towel or a hot pad. Oh my, so yummy. And I personally would probably, I like ketchup with my eggs, but not everyone does. And I'll probably make some toast to serve with that, and especially a piece of fruit cut up so that it makes a complete meal. Very nice. Simple dinner. I use this.
Left in the pot.
No, and the pot, you do want to put water into it right away. It takes a while to soak. That's my only beef with these perfect eggs. Happy eating.